Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Rick. Get a video today from Pea's World. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
So if you guys have been watching for any period of time, you guys know that I'm a bubbly person. I try to put on a show for you guys. I try to be as entertaining as possible.
I do enjoy his channel.
But I don't know how I'm going to do that today.
Man looks devastated.
The news coming out is just absolutely devastating. And I just don't know where we go from here, honestly. Let's just roll the clip.
This is some massive breaking news and quite heartbreaking, really. For all the men who were thirsting after Whoopi Goldberg, I hate to break it to you, but she is now joining the 4B movement.
Oh my God. Poor P. He lost his one and only hope of love.
A chance.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. No, this can't be happening. It can't be real.
We all came. I dare. Yeah, you didn't get here by yourself, man. You can't do this without us. Yeah. And if we don't let you, you don't get any. It's that simple. It's that simple.
Like, take Megan Good. Take Scarlett Johansson. Take prime Jennifer Lopez. But don't take Whoopi Goldberg. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's be for real. Let's honestly be for real. Who is out here chasing after Whoopi Goldberg for her to announce that she's joining the 4B movement? Are you out of your mind? We? Are you?
I always thought she was a lesbian this whole time, but I guess I'm wrong.
You French? Nobody was checking for you in the first place. I feel like, let's, come on.
Keep that energy to the women who have just joined the 4B movement.
Yeah, please
because
do.
They realized post-election that every single man is complicit in the culture that just re-elected Donald Trump. I'm saying to you as a lesbian, keep that energy, because what I'm seeing is that all of you who date men have just seen what lesbians have been saying and have been knowing. Lesbians have been understanding that men don't like women. Men don't like women. And even the ones who voted for Kamala and the ones who are good guys are complicit in the behavior of other ones. So hold on to what you know to be true right now. Hold on.
We're not individuals in any way, shape, or form. We're just men. And anything that man does or that man does, I did it too because I'm men.
That energy and keep it collectively. If you want to make change in the patriarchy, you have to uphold the boundary. That's the bottom line here.
Being a man-hating lesbian is genuinely just envy. Like, you're not like us and you're upset.
Yeah.
Okay, you be stroking, not feeling anything. I get it, okay? You're just doing a workout. It's cardio. That must be frustrating, right? But you have the cheat code. You don't have to deal with men. You're a lesbian. Why are you so hyper-fixated on us? It doesn't make sense. Every man is complicit in the patriarchy. Shut up.
Right?
Nobody has benefited from the patriarchy more than women like you. Nobody. You know how many people had to die? You know how many people had to die for you to be able to sit down on your phone and record your nice little video in your nice little room? Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
I've noticed an interesting trend where a concerning amount of black women are getting fired, laid off, or heavily penalized in the workplace ever since.
Are you sure they're just not getting fired and penalized for being bad workers? Why does them having to be black matter?
Donald Trump got elected. I always believed that Donald Trump is the symptom, not the cause, which is why it was concerning to me when he won the US elections, because that is just indicative of how people really, really feel deep down, and has now emboldened them to be able to say all the things that they want to say and behave in the way that they want to behave. This election for a lot of white people was mainly about pushing back against any progress that we've made in the last 10 years. But I'm realizing what I'm seeing from
I'm a minority too. I voted for it. I don't see them trying to hurt minorities in that way, shape, or form, like in mass. But I mean, I agree. There are going to be people that are going to be that way. It doesn't matter who's in office.
A lot of the women that I'm mentoring is how this is trickling down ever since literally the day after Donald Trump won. How they've now been put on pips, they've been made sort of a target in the workplace. So everyone just be safe.
A lot of feminist women accuse society of things that are like genuine crimes, right? Genuine crimes. That would be criminal for them to just be firing women, firing black women just because Trump won. That would be against the law. It's just like the pay gap. Oh my God, the pay gap. No, that's against the law to pay women different. That's just you coming up with something in your head, trying to make sense of a situation that there's 100,000 million% a different reason for. Firstly, I guarantee that there's no trend of black women getting fired. I guarantee that's a lie. Sometimes it just feels like you guys just be saying stuff to make yourself feel like a bigger victim than you already think you are. It's weird. So one of
The victim card is the most powerful card that the liberals have, right? It's like, oh, you're hurting me, you're oppressing me, you're doing bad things because you're a bad actor. That's the best way to make you seem like you're a bad person, is by playing a victim.
the recent and unfortunate trends that's been happening after the election is that a lot of liberals are cutting their family off. If you voted for Trump, they don't want anything to do with you anymore. So I've got a couple of videos here. Let's get through them and I'm going to give you my thoughts at the end because it's actually quite interesting.
My mom disowned me because I voted for Trump and he won. It's not the first time she disowned me, so that's why I'm laughing. If you're going through something like that, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'll be your mom.
No, because if you are willing to cut off family, friends, anybody in your own personal life whose views don't perfectly align with yours, you're the problem right now.
Yep.
You're the problem right now, and I guarantee that kind of behavior will cause more of a divide in your own life than this election ever will. Okay?
100%.
Your true colors are showing. I opened up Facebook this morning to so many posts saying, if you voted for this person, I don't care who you are, go ahead and unfriend me. I'm gonna let the trash take itself out. Okay, girl. I do not care who you voted for, but I do care how you're treating people who voted differently than you.
Yeah.
And that's what it really boils down to. I have close friends in my life who I know voted differently than me. And I'm not unfriending anybody because of the way they voted. But I will be unfriending anybody who is openly bashing and blocking their own gram on the Facebook comments. Because that is telling me all I need to know about you as a person.
If you're heartbroken because friends and family have cut you off because of the election and the way you voted, just know your pain and confusion is a direct proportion to the pain and confusion they've experienced over the last 10 years that you chose to ignore.
What pain and experience that women suffer in the last 10 years?
I want to get you guys' thoughts and opinions on this because for me, the question of would you cut your family off over politics,
No.
it isn't as simple as a yes or a no for me. And I don't want to be a hypocrite because I have no problem cutting family off. Okay, if I feel disrespected, if I feel slighted.
I agree. I also have no problem cutting family off. Anything that's toxic, that is going to be that toxic, of course. But just because my family has different views than me and voted differently, I don't see myself ever cutting them off in any way, shape, or form, unless, like my cousin, did something to my wife or something like that, or I just really can't picture it much.
I'm not one of those people, oh, we're family. That's not me. I didn't choose you to be family. We just happen to be related. I was born into that. It's not my choice. In the Western political landscape, I couldn't imagine getting into an argument and cutting off any family member over that. Right? I couldn't imagine it. In a crazy hypothetical, right? If there was a big vote going on in Africa or the Caribbean and one of my family members were cooning, they might have to get cut off. I don't know. Right? But based on how the world is today and everything that's going on, there's no way I would cut off any family member over politics. One thing I love about my family personally, I don't know about you guys' relationship with your family, we're all free thinkers. We have different opinions. We can get together and debate and disagree, and it's fine. There's literally no hard feelings whatsoever. But a lot of people don't have that in their circles. A lot of people have to agree with everything. And when you combine that with the, in my opinion, dramatization of certain issues, it can lead to a scenario where people believe if you vote against them, you actually hate them. But again, let me know what you guys think in the comments.
No, I think you're perfectly right. It's just how they view it. That's their feelings, P. Their feelings. They feel they're being attacked. They feel like you're against them, even though you just voted for your own interest.
A long time ago, this girl put up a post on Instagram, and she asked women, do you ever feel like when you're crossing the street, men purposely try to hit you with their cars?
What?
And there were a bunch of women in the comments being like, yes, oh my God, I thought I was going crazy. And in the comments, women were basically saying that they've experienced men braking fast or stopping really short or inching up. And she was like, you would look at them in the car.
Like people do normally when they drive?
And it would almost give the vibe of like, I want to hit you with my car. And a bunch of women were just kind of like, I thought I was just imagining it, or just, you know, just being kind of like out of my mind about it.
Because you guys are imagining it, and you guys collectively imagining it, and then coming back to each other and confirming your imagination. This is called the Lulu Land.
But now I feel so seen. And I think about that a lot.
Again, I'm going to say it until I'm blue in the face. This is why Trump won. And this is why a lot of men are leaning conservative. Because you hate men. The idea that you think men are trying to hit women, that is so ridiculous. That is so ridiculous. And then you look at him in the car and he's giving off the vibe that he wants to hit you. You know, you just hate men, so you think the worst.
Yep.
So it blows my
It's projection, right? They want to hit us with the car. That's why they think we want to hit them with the car.
mind how a lot of y'all females, you envy the lifestyle of the stay-at-home girlfriend. You envy the women that live off pretty privilege. Because let's be real, y'all be out here trying to emulate that lifestyle by begging. But y'all don't understand that nothing in life is free. Just like you go to work and you submit to your boss, and you're not going to tell your boss what you're not going to do and how you're not doing this, and coming up with a Rosa Parks speech about what you're not going to do. The same thing applies when your lifestyle is funded by men. Nothing in life is free. If you want a soft life, if you want to be a stay-at-home girlfriend, if you want to get flued out, then you're going to stroke a man's ego. You're going to compete with other
You're going to be stroking more than just his ego.
women. You're going to cook, you're going to clean, you're going to provide some type of service, some type of labor. You're going to appeal to the male gaze. You're going to do something. Nothing in life is free. So if you want to be an independent boss and pay all your bills by yourself and take care of your 5 kids by yourself, then you can do that. But stop trying to recruit other women to do that with you. It's some women who want to be taken care of. It's some women who want a soft life. It's some women who want to just sit back and chill and be a woman. You go be a boss and do all that by yourself. Everybody don't have to do that with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
It's so weird to me. First of all, I agree with everything you say. But it's so weird to me that there'll be women who call someone like this a pick me, right? But then those same women will be sprinkle sprinkle. They'll be chasing the provider, literally wearing clothes just to attract a certain type of man, going to sit in bars just where a certain type of man is, right? But then they will call a woman like this a pick me for speaking facts. You're literally begging to be picked. And she's totally right. All these women screaming pick me, they envy.
Yep.
They envy stay-at-home women's lifestyle. You know why I know that? Because when that Nara Smith lady's husband turned out to be conservative, all the liberal women were shocked. And it's like, what? First of all, why are you even watching this content? You're a feminist, independent queen. You should be watching content about how to make more money. You know what I'm saying? How to get better promotions. But you're out here watching a stay-at-home mom living in luxury. Very interesting.
For the next 4 years, white women need to focus on white women. Like, there's really no easy way to say it. For the next 4 years, white women need to be in community with white women. White women need to find sisterhood with white women. White women need to cross party lines and save their...
Again, it's so stupid. Not all white women voted for this guy, right? So there's still a good chunk of white women that didn't. But you grouped all of them together because a good chunk of them did. How is this not racist or sexist in any way, shape, or form, right? Like, this is exactly what the left always tries to push to not be.
Community from the shackles that are misogyny, misinformation, and quite frankly, make-believe. Black women are one band, one sound. We understand the assignment and we deliver the assignment flawlessly. Not to mention, Jewish women are quite literally right behind us. One band, one sound. They understand the assignment and they will deliver the assignment. And we're not getting that exact same energy from white women. Like, it is...
So all women have to just fall in line to propagate black women up? Is that what you're trying to say?
Exhausting. Thank you so much for your allyship. Thank you for your allyship. But for the next 4 years, your white conservative sisters need your allyship. White women need to start talking about politics. White women need to start calling each other out because 45% is not cutting it. It's actually inexcusable. So for the next 4 years, white women are going to focus on white women.
Trash.
I think that is a good plan of action.
Why do white women need to work on themselves? Because of the sisterhood? Yeah, you were tricked into that.
Yeah.
You were tricked into believing that, oh, because we're women, our experiences are the same and we must align because we are the same gender. What stupidness is that? I'm looking at some data here and white women have consistently voted Republican. So I don't understand where this notion is coming from that white women need to work on each other because we as women, what? What?
Tell me why all the most amazing, attractive, beautiful, loving women that I know are all single right now. And I just saw a statistic that said by 2030, 45% of women are going to be single. And they didn't say men, too. They said women because they're trying to highlight the fact that we're like taking our...
Shorty was so close. Shorty was so close. You know how delusional you gotta be to sit up here and realize that most women are going to be old and single by 2030, or I forgot what number that was. 45% of women are going to be single, and it didn't say guys, but it said women because we're taking our power back. That's the conclusion you reached,
right?
By the fact that 45% of American women are going to be single.
You guys are going to be homeless
in 2030. That's the conclusion you reached. That you were taking your power back. You know how delusional you gotta be to think that you're taking your power back by being old and single?
And alone?
You're crazy. And I'm not up here woman hating or nothing. It's just like, be for real. Most women are gonna be single because they're harlots and bed wenches. That's why. Most women are gonna be single because they can't handle commitment. And it's not the men because the men aren't the issue. Let me tell you how I know the men aren't the issue. Because it said the men aren't the issue. Here's the thing. Most women are going to be single but not men. Okay, let me explain it to you. And I hate using these talking points because I sound like them. But like, here's the thing, right? Most women go after a small minority of men. You watch any street interview. What are the woman's height requirements? 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", all the way up to 6'6" or 6'7". Okay, so you want 1% or less of the population, but you're 99% of the hoes. Do math. You're 99% of the hoes, but you want less than 1% of the population. All y'all want the same men, right? This is why women think some men are hoes, right? Because y'all are all messing with the same one. Y'all messing with the hoes. Girls think that having like 30 plus bodies is normal, right? Because y'all are all messing with the same men. So of course that man's gonna have 30 plus bodies. Y'all are all messing with the same dude. So he's hitting all of y'all. But most men will never touch 30 bodies in their life, let alone 10, let alone 5.
I was gonna say, just double digits might be tough for some people.
You harlots are the only ones touching 30 bodies. Do your thing. I'm not hating on you. Do whatever you want. But you harlots are the only ones touching 30 bodies. 30? She said, we're taking our power back. No, you're being delusional. And then you refuse to take any type of accountability. You just, like, what is it like to live in a world where accountability is lost on you? Like,
I would assume it's somewhat bliss. That you don't have no accountability, just to do and say whatever the hell you want. That'd be wonderful. But, we're men. We can't do that.
Really can't sit down, look inwards and think, dang, maybe I'm the problem. Like me, right? I consider myself to be a loving dude, but even I can look within myself and see my issues of why relationships don't work, or my relationships don't work, right? I can sit down and realize when I've been selfish, when I've been mean, when I haven't been considerate to others' feelings. So I change. I can realize where I've messed up, so I change. Y'all see, actually, y'all mess up and somehow flip it on whoever you were messing with, and it was all their fault. So you think you're perfect and you never have to change. When I mess up in a relationship, I sit down, I reflect, I realize what I did wrong, and I do better next time. Y'all mess up, don't even acknowledge that you messed up, blame it on them, and then don't change, and then just run around bitter.
Here's the problem, right? And I agree with what this guy's saying. Western women aren't built for relationships.
Nope.
Like,
Not
that's
anymore.
not what they're designed for. They value other things, right? They value their career, they value traveling, they value money. Relationships are on the back burner. But also what we're seeing is the level of hypergamy has reached levels, I don't know if it's ever been like this. The selection of men that these women are picking, like he said, is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And a lot of women are chasing those men to the point where they're aging out. They're aging themselves out of the dating pool. So yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with taking power back. Women in the West, modern women, are just really bad at dating.
Yeah. Like, women in the West really think those are good statistics that women are proud of. Because if other women in other countries saw that, they'd be freaking out. Because they know exactly what that means. You're not going to have kids. You're going to be alone and single for the rest of your life. Get to it, ladies. Start changing. Start becoming good women. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. I could use that.